From Kelly Rink at Conti Forum, it's the Boston College Eagles looking for a third consecutive win and looking for a weekend sweep today against the Catamounts of Vermont. Good to be back with former Bruins goalie Andrew Raycroft and Eric Galante here. BC maybe put together their best game of the season yesterday against Vermont, getting on the board with 3 goals in that first period of 4-1 victory, and everything's still in front now as they've won these 2 games in a row and played really well for 2 straight.
The vibe certainly changed here on campus in 7 days with that getting the monkey off the back last week and then having their best effort of the season arguably last night. So they're obviously trending in the right way now, and tonight's a big way to finish the weekend for them, to get that 3rd win in a row, 3rd win Hockey East, and then take a bit of a break here.
Top line of the ice for both teams. This Eagles top line, since they were put together by head coach Jerry York before the Saturday win against Merrimack, have been ridiculously good. Hutsko, Julius Matula, and up front David Cotton have put together 5 goals and 8 assists over the last 2 games. They're on the ice now. Matula right in front, rebound in front, score! Cotton, just like that. 16 seconds for a 1-0 lead.
What a start. As you talked about how well they've played this top line, and you couldn't even finish in 16 seconds. All that they've done the last 2 games and come up with a big first period goal there. That's a great way to start. And again, these guys are the leaders, the offensive leaders. Great job by Cotton being in the tough area and chipping it in net there.
Well, Lekis got the first one with his right pad, but Cotton, who has just been dominant, the reigning Hockey East Player of the Week, he might be pushing for that award again after putting together the week he has. That's now 7 goals on the season for David Cotton. Matalo will get credit with an assist, 1-0 lead for Boston College, just 16 seconds into the hockey game. Ace Cowan picks it up for Vermont. Really a different start than yesterday, as much as the Eagles scored those 3 goals in the first period. Turnover right in front here, waiting, deking right in front. Chance for McPhee, rattled wide of the net. Boy, we can't talk about anything in this game. The Eagles going to have chances
I keep
like
trying to
this.
jump in. There's nothing to...
Offside here, just to finish the point. Yesterday, Vermont played really well in the first 5 minutes of the game. Both coaches talked about that and how different the game could have turned. Penalty by Vermont at that point. BC scores a power play goal at about the 6-minute mark, and the Eagles took off from there. Opposite today with the Eagles flying to start.
Yeah, that's a quick 180 from last night, these first 56 seconds. A couple of huge blocks by Vermont defenders in front just to keep it 1-0 already.
Eagles quicker to the puck right now. Here's Apoli Rossiden fighting against Jake Massey behind the net. Vermont coming in at 3-4 overall. They're 1-3 in Hockey East play so far. A win against Connecticut on Saturday night, scoring in the final moments to send the game to overtime. Otherwise, could have been back-to-back 1-0 losses last weekend. Almost a turnover in front of the net. O'Donnell will push it on, and Vermont will start ahead. First time pucks cross the red line today, and it's back in for Ryan Edquist, who makes his first start of the season for Boston College. Edquist, who started 7 games, played in 9 last season for the Eagles, so they try to keep their backup goalie fresh. Had a good night to do it tonight with a couple of single-game weeks coming up, and then BU in 3 weeks, so Edquist gets his chance today. All the way down to nice and called.
That's a big goal for Ryan as well. Always, whenever I came in after not playing for a few weeks and knowing that I wasn't going to play for another few weeks, going into the future, it's nice to get a goal and to have your teammates get that lead for you, make you feel a little bit more comfortable. I'm sure he'd like a few more point shots here, just to really get in the game and have a few touches, but that's a big goal for him and the way he's thinking now.
Fourth line on the ice for Boston College, J.D. Dudek, who scored Saturday against Merrimack with Chris Grando and Mark McLaughlin. This line's been awesome. The ability for Boston College to go 4 deep. And they're not just a physical fourth line like we see. There's so much speed on this line, especially with McLaughlin. They've been fun to watch the last couple of games. Yeah,
they hound the puck all over the ice and make it really difficult whoever they're playing against. It's a hard 45-second minute shift, and it certainly has carried momentum into, given the opportunities for that top line to have better opportunities in the offensive zone, whether it's an icing call or catching a team, a line that's been out there a little bit longer.
Puck squirted across. It's Owen Grant chasing after it. Goes all the way in for Boston College. Once again wearing their gold uniforms today. They are an undefeated 2-0 in the gold. So might be sticking with the eagle on the front chest for a while on the sweaters. David Cotton picks it up, first line in the midst of a change. Here's Brown centering for Jack McBain, should say, and it's behind the net. Vermont comes away with it, trying to change. Here's Giles, pushes towards the corner. Jack McBain, who played a strong game as a freshman yesterday, maybe his best game of the season, had an assist. McBain spinning away, drops it to the circle as the Eagles continue to work. Centering try came right through for Giles. It just went past his stick.
Would have loved to see Caro put that on net when he was driving in instead of making that extra pass. But again, great pressure for the Eagles.
Michael Caro and Connor Moore back on defense for Boston College. 1-0 start for BC as the Eagles scoring on Cotton's 7th goal of the season. His 4th goal in the last 3 games now for Boston College after the Eagles only had 5 in their first 5 games of the whole season. O'Donnell turns back the other way. Nearly had too many men on a change for Boston College. Spins all the way around. First try by Evers goes high of Edquist. And Connor Moore can easily chase after it with no pressure in the back for BC. Just 1 goal allowed in each of the last 2 games for Boston College. Here's a nice give and go, and it's Matala all alone, and he just fanned on the shot wide.
Another great play by Husko to drop that off the Mantilla to give him a break, and just kind of fanned on it a little bit, tried to go blocker side low and missed a little bit. Again, you know, these guys are playing at a different level right now and getting all kinds of opportunities.
This line put together by Jerry York before Saturday's win against Merrimack, and they are flying. Matala's shot was blocked. Picked up by Vermont, trying to change the ice right now. Giashvili started the rush here. Ace Cowens gets taken to the ground. Good hit coming from behind by Michael Kim and clean. David Cotton comes away through the middle and just dumps in for a change.
It was a good job by Kim standing up, not allowing them Vermont to get the puck into their end, step up, and then move the puck, transition it the other way, get a change. Real nice job.
Bryce Misley lost the puck. Wallstrom pushed it ahead. Wallstrom, who scored his 2nd career goal as an Eagle yesterday. McPhee trying to whack into the zone, going up against Owen Grant. Forced back beyond the red line. Wallstrom trying again. Comes from McPhee, but it ends up being an icing call. And that will come back down the other way with 14:46 remaining here in the first period. Good start for BC.
Real good start for BC. That play there is, you know, it's a young guy still learning. You know, it's a big step up for him. Wallstrom as a freshman, but he's got to take 2 more steps there. Get the line, not take the icing. I know it's only 5 minutes into the game, but those are habits that you gather as you play at this level, going to the next, obviously, for him.
Defensive zone face-off win for Boston College. Works all the way down and icing once again, so he'll come back down the ice the other way. Eagles, who dropped their first 5 games this year. It was their worst start since the 1930s, but 2 consecutive wins, chance for 3 today. And the thing that stands out, have a chance to be 3-1 in Hockey East play after a win today with UNH coming up next week, a very winnable game. Another defensive zone face-off win. That was one thing that we saw yesterday that was a little odd. In that first period, Vermont ended up winning 10 of the first 14 face-offs in the game for a BC team that is usually right near the top of the country in face-off percentage. Didn't matter, though, as the Eagles got 3 in the first period. Vermont turning back the other way. Here's a chance for Nick Hamry, but easy on goal for Edquist.
There's that easy touch for Edquist to get into the game. Nice a floater from the high slot, so he's got his first touch of the night, and you know, with a 1-0 lead, feels good about it. It's tough not getting a lot of action as that second guy, especially in the college game when there's not a lot of games. You know, you really want to take advantage when you get your chance to get in there and play well.
How do you avoid not putting over pressure on yourself? This one in, stick to side easily by Edquist, when you know it could be a couple weeks before you see a start again.
No, that's the hardest part. You can sometimes overthink it and just think too much of the game when in reality it's just a game, and you know you might not get another chance, but you want to play well.
Centering try, Edquist got a piece as it just deflects wide from Joey Cipollone, who's the leading scorer on the ice for Vermont with 3 goals this year. Chipped in, kept alive. No, they say it came out of the zone. So the faceoff will come outside the blue line. Vermont, who's missing a bunch of pieces for the second game in a row. Alex Esposito, Liam Coughlin with a C, and Max Kaufman with a K are all missing their second straight game. That is 36% of the goals that Vermont has scored this year, a team that struggled to score anyway. So those are a couple of really key losses. All of those guys listed as week to week officially.
Yeah, they're certainly offensively challenged. You saw that last night, and you can see it when you go through the numbers and the stats that they have. But that being said, they're a tough team. They're grinding.
Adam Samuelson getting a start today. Did not play in yesterday's game. Eagles working ahead. Christopher Brown had it hop over his stick. Samuelson stepping up. Here's the rush pushing in. Johnny DeRoche. There's Ace Cowens, who scored the game winner against Connecticut last Saturday for Vermont, their lone Hockey East win of the season to this point. DeRoche got taken down, got it for Cowens. Horse back to the point, but forced out by Boston College. Good work by Jack McBain, who's alone pushing in. Freshman McBain just got taken off the puck. Christopher Brown picks it up, has Giles with him. Quick shot is gloved out by Stefanos Lekis. Lekis, the junior, 213 goals against average, 940 save percentage coming in. He came into this weekend with pretty good numbers, save percentage, 14th in goals against average entering the weekend in the country. There's so many shots. Just the numbers jumped out. 48 saves against Michigan, 30-plus saves against UConn last week. At a decent game yesterday, when you look at the numbers, put together 36 saves despite the 4 goals behind him.
Yeah, certainly is a goalie who thrives with the action, and the more shots he gets, it seems like he gets better as the game goes on, which was evident last night. Really playing well the second and third periods. Another icing call. Grinding to a halt here the last couple minutes, but which is obviously Vermont's game plan. I'm assuming at this point, just slow it down and not let BC get any momentum at all.
How difficult is it when you get a goal on the board 16 seconds in to kind of stick with whatever the game plan was and not sort of go crazy and change everything up because the first 16 seconds didn't go your way?
Yeah, it's all, well, yes, exactly. For Vermont, it's all right, guys. It's 59 minutes left. That's what they're saying. There's lots of game left. We probably weren't going to have a shutout tonight anyways, so let's just play and stick to our game plan. We got to stick to our game plan in this building.
A lot of neutral zone play over the last couple of minutes after BC came out flying at the start of this game, putting a goal on the board early, 16 seconds in. Cotton's 7th goal of the season. Eagles coming out once again, long pass ahead, looking for Hutz. Go, and he can't break up the icing. Carter Long, first back to get it for Vermont. Catamounts coached by Kevin Sneddon, the Harvard grad, 16th year at the helm of Vermont. And, of course, Jerry York on the Boston College side, the winningest coach in college hockey history, 1,055 career wins the last 25 years at Boston College.
It was an incredible number last week, and it's still an incredible number
now it's incredible
week.
+2.
Holy smokes. Amazing.
First line out for Boston College. Mottolo won the face-off for BC. Fitzgerald pushing ahead as if defenseman Logan Hutsko as well, chasing after it. But Corey Thomas lost the puck to Hutsko. Good aggressive play. Setting up the first line. Here's Fitzgerald, and a good save by Lekis, hugging the left post.
Great pass by Hutsko. Great look.
Hammy comes in. Easy save for Edquist as that shot came beyond the blue line.
Yeah, Edquist slowing it down. Not taking any chances, not moving the puck around. We're going to see here the pass across is real good look. Unfortunately for Fitzy, just too deep. Really no angle, no one to pass it to in front. He tried to find a little hole short side, but great save by Lekis to get across there.
11:39 remaining here in the first period from Kelly Rink at Conti Forum. This is continuing a stretch of home games for the Eagles. They'll be home next week against UNH on Friday night. Be a single game week for BC. It's a 7 o'clock start here on ESPN3. And they'll jump out of conference against Bentley before taking on BU at the start of December. Pass across looking for Lodemeyer. Got all the way through. First line for Vermont pushing for a goal as Alvaro swings it behind. Thomas deflected one, and Edquist got a piece with the left pad.
Great toe save there, kicking it out.
Kept in. Lodemeyer, who was basically back on the point, couldn't keep it in. And Thomas has to chase after it for the Catamounts. McPhee fell to the ground, ran into his man, making contact with Matt O'Donnell. The other way now, Alvaro had a momentary free ice in front, but Michael Kim, one of the captains for the Eagles, came across to knock away. Puck lifted past Rossinen all the way in. Icing is waved off.
And McPhee got hit awkwardly there, but looked like he was okay going to the bench.
Deflected off of Craig Puffer. Goal, 3 assists so far this year for Puffer, the senior from New Canaan, Connecticut. Faceoff will come out of the zone.
Ryan Eggquist made his best save of the night so far. That point shot, nice tip in front, and wasn't real quick moving by him, but he was able to kick that left toe out and also make sure the rebound went off to the side. No second chances.
This one lifted up over the bench. We'll stay here in the neutral zone. Eagles and Catamounts today. It's second meeting in a row this week. It's pushed up to your rare Thursday, Friday week because of the football game here on the Heights tomorrow. Big weekend here with College Game Day in town. So it'll take place tomorrow, just up campus from where we are here at Kelly Rink. And then Saturday night football tomorrow night. So that's why you get the Thursday, Friday between these two teams.
It's going to be quite the scene.
Ace Cowan's pushing one. McLaughlin got a piece of it for BC, and why not have another face-off?
It is a crawl pace out there right now, but again, BC's doing a good job. They're not giving anything up. They're staying with their form. That's the other thing. When you score early, it's easy to, human nature. It's going to be an easy one tonight. We can just throw our sticks out the rest of the game, but they've done a good job the last 10 minutes, staying focused and staying on the defensive side of the puck.
Jerry York mentioned in his post-game comments yesterday, as he said, fighting through some laryngitis. No momentum carryover one game to another. Totally different game today. Puffer behind the net for Vermont. Not a ton of great scoring chances so far for the Catamounts. There's Massey on the point. That got deflected by McLaughlin off the top of the wall. Pushed off by J.D. Dudek. Back from Massey for Vermont. Pushes one off the boards. There's some lively boards here at Boston College. We've seen that a couple times over the last few weeks. Some goals scored off of bounces from behind the net. Fourth line out there. Perfect pass. McLaughlin comes in on the backhand. It just missed wide. Good feed from Grando, and McLaughlin nearly had a great scoring chance.
Yeah, we talked about this fourth line, and that was another great example of using their speed, keeping it simple, just using their speed and driving through the neutral zone. Get another opportunity here.
McLaughlin will try it again. Has Christopher Brown in front in the midst of a change as the third line comes on. Brown works back to the point. Here's Fitzgerald now. Thought about the slap shot. Waited for Giles to come on the ice. Works down low for Brown. Deflected off his stick, centering one, but nobody home for the moment. Fitzgerald couldn't keep it in, forced out by Bryce Misley for Vermont. Quick turn of possession as it's on Misley's stick now for the Catamounts. Working against Jesper Matala. Good hit by Matala to knock him off the puck clean. Edquist will play it behind his own net. The junior goalie probably could be starting a lot of other places around the country. Junior here at Boston College out of Lakeville, Minnesota. Did come in relief in that St. Cloud State game for Joseph Wald. This is his first start of the season for BC.
Yeah, much different animal when you get to play to start the 60 minutes and be prepared rather than come into a bloodbath.
Amory along the boards, lost it for Julius Matala. First line out there. Hutsko chasing for Boston College. Going 1-on-2, still managed to get to the puck first. David Cotton helping out there as well. Scored his 7th goal earlier. Hutsko right behind the net. Tried a centering pass, got pushed off all the way by Connor O'Neill with the fourth line forwards out there. And now a delayed penalty coming up against Vermont. So the Eagles will go on the power play for the first time today as it's touched up by Nick Hamry.
Great opportunity here for the Eagles to go up 2-0 We've seen it a couple times in the last few shifts. BC throwing it to the front of the net, kind of blind, not really having that guy there. It's kind of a 50-50. I'd love to see them hold that possession, keep possession of it, wear Vermont down a little bit longer in those zones, maybe draw a few more penalties rather than just making hope plays to the front of the net.
Eagles this year in the power play, 19%. That's 28th in the country. Vermont has killed off 79% of its penalties. Boston College, who scored an early power play goal, and that was such a big moment in yesterday's game. You think 4-1 feels like a little bit of a blowout. For a while it did, and that was one of the first things that Jerry York mentioned in his post-game press conference, that first 5 minutes Vermont was cruising, and if a bounce goes here or there, they get a goal during that stretch. That game totally turns a different direction. But right on the heels of that stretch, it was Vermont who took a penalty. BC got a quick goal from Julius Matala, who scores, and just like that, the floodgates open for the Eagles.
Yeah, and that's what the talent the Eagles have. That's what you expect them to do over the course of the season. And that's why that start was so, out of the ordinary, to have them go 0-5 and not score those clutch goals in the, when the power play, whenever it is, the big moments in the game. And, fortunately, the last 2 games they've done that, and they're looking to do the same now.
So the face-off comes on this power play chance. It's the second line forwards out there on the power play with Rossinen, McPhee, and Wallstrom. First line defense of Jesper Matala and Casey Fitzgerald out of the ice for Boston College. Penalty was hooking. Eagles starting the rush again. 1:40 of the power play time as Rossinen picks it up, pushes it along the boards behind the net for Oliver Wallstrom. 11th overall pick in the draft this year from the Islanders. Matala hits Wallstrom. Back for Matala. Swings one on, and Lekis has a save, deflecting it into the corner. Wallstrom waiting again. Scored his second goal of the season yesterday, the third one of the first period. Connor Moore back of defense, winds up, fires one, and Lekis finds it through traffic.
Good job by both teams. The Eagles ripping it around pretty well. Nice crisp passes, moving it around, but Vermont did also a good job not allowing it to go through their box. No cross ice, everything was around the top, which makes it easy for both the defenders to square up and stay in their lanes forward and back, and also for the goalie to see everything develop around them.
First line forwards are out there. Casey Fitzgerald and Michael Kim back on defense, along with Matala, Cotton, and Logan Hutsko. Vermont wins the face-off of the defensive zone. 1:10 remaining of the power play time. Fitzgerald settles and can set up for the Eagles. Back to the point in Kim. Slides across for Hutsko with Cotton in front. Hutsko moving all the way in himself. Got to the side of the net. Tried to shoot one off the back of Lekis. Then got deflected into the corner as Cotton picks it up for BC. Power play time is 50 seconds remaining on it. Fitzgerald for Kim. In for Cotton. Has a lot of space in front. Shot one. Lekis the save. Rebound got deflected. BC still alive. 3 shots already on this power play. Lekis has found them all. A lot of space for the Eagles. In front, just got deflected wide with Cotton camped out. He picks it up in the corner now. David Cotton scored the goal earlier to give the Eagles a 1-0 lead. Fitzgerald waiting as Michael Kim. Back for Fitzgerald now. Slides one to Matala. Thought about the slap shot. Instead, a pass was deflected by Evers. Rebound try, and Lekis just got it with the glove. Final 10 seconds of the power play. Kim steps up, rifles one, deflected down in front. It was loose for his second, and now finally, Vermont chips it out of the zone. Greg Puffer knocked it out. Boy, a ton of chances and a ton of space on that power play. Hutsko spins one back to the point. Grando just off a change, was loose all the way through as it got deflected. And now finally, Vermont comes away with it. Bryce Misley pushing towards center, turned right back to the Eagles. Boy, what power play that was from Boston College. Everything but score.
Certainly, they really dominated there. Vermont, though, again, give them credit. They stayed real patient. And we get a chance.
Quick one, and score! Vlad Giashvili got one through Edquist to tie the game. First goal of the season for the sophomore.
I was just going to praise Vermont's penalty kill that gave them an opportunity here, and just a shot on net just squeaks under the arm of Edquist. He'd certainly love to have that one back. A little frustrating. He was, you want to get your feet set as a goaltender, and that where he kind of slid backwards, slid off his mark, and the puck was able to go under his arm. So a little frustrating there, but again, the Eagles have controlled their play. They got to come right back with it.
So all of a sudden, it would be hard to imagine after that power play, this game being tied. Here's a quick chance. Good save, Edquist, as Misley walked in all alone and had a great scoring opportunity. So a tie score here, centering pass in front. O'Donnell's shot might have been deflected in front by Grando. Here comes McLaughlin on it now for Boston College with great speed for the freshman. Got through to the middle, around Thomas. Rebound try right in front. On the doorstep was Dudek, but never got a clean shot. Pass got across. McLaughlin was waiting for it. Ends up on the stick of McBain, who circles. Jack McBain waiting on it. Has McLaughlin down low. There's a stick loose on the ice. It's a Vermont player, so a mini power play here. Lekes doesn't have his stick now for Vermont. And it's cleared out, so the Eagles cannot take advantage of that situation.
Yeah, misplayed pass. That was an important shift. Vermont got a couple of real good chances right away, but the fourth line was able to turn the table.
Giles for Brown, deflected in front. I'm not sure Brown ever got a piece of that, but it ended up in on Lekes, who stopped it.
Yeah, it looked like it two-hopped into the goaltender. Tough play for him.
Feels like the Eagles are flying again after surrendering the tying goal. McBain got taken down. No penalty called. We play on with Vermont. Johnny DeRoche pushing it. Centers one. Deflected just wide. Craig Puffer chasing in, bidding for his second goal of the season.
2 odd-man rushes since the goal. Another good chance here.
DeRoche fanned on the shot, had a clean look. Wind up is deflected out from Carter Law.
Vermont's got some energy from the kill and then the goal, and now this 2 good shifts since that goal. So the Eagles have to settle down. It's 1-1. Probably a little frustrated. They didn't get the goals on those great opportunities, and then have a bit of a softie on this way back. But they got to turn it around here for 3 minutes.
Shots are unofficially at 8-7, as you see on the board, in favor of Boston College. But ice starting to shift a little bit greener towards the Catamounts' way. Lodemeyer in for the face-off for Vermont. Rossinen wins it back for Boston College. Lodemeyer pushing against the near boards. Got rid of it. Cipolone fired one. Edquist got a save. Loose rebound, though, in front. Alvaro was there, but couldn't get a shot. Kept in by Brian Kelly, who pushes on, the extra skater, defenseman, who played some forward in juniors. Alvaro tried one that snuck all the way through. Long knocks it down.
In, yeah.
Rossinen picks it up behind the net, gets it out of the zone. Nick Hamray just in on a change for Vermont, got to the puck first, and Long dumps it in. Eagles a little bit more on their heels right now, thanks to some good pressure from Vermont, feeling some energy after that tying goal.
Yeah, they're just moving their feet more than Boston is right now. They're just a little hungrier, and right onto there it is another good example of that. Right on top of the puck, not being able to clear the zone.
Turnover here. Good play coming back by Fitzgerald to knock Connor O'Neill to a ground. Eliminated what could have been a good scoring opportunity. 2:04 remaining here in the first period. Game tied at 1. Eagles and Catamounts. Hamry's shot deflected wide by Edquist. 9th save of the first period for Ryan Edquist. Eagles come out now. Carroll with help with Hutsko. Cotton fired one in. Lekes got it with the right pad.
Good save.
Boy, Cotton, it feels like there'll be nothing there, and he still has a great scoring chance the way he's going. On the puck now, leaves for Hutsko. Tried to hit Cotton right back. Hutsko goes to the ground, bumped off the puck by Owen Grant. Good defensive play by Grant, lost his stick, but continued with the hit. 2-on-1 coming back. Massey slides across for Shett. Saved by Edquist, and then helped out by Connor Moore. It never went across.
Oh.
Moore came in, pushed it back to his goaltender, who covered up.
That was really close. A couple Vermont hands in the air, but it certainly didn't cross the line from our view up here. 2-on-1, Ekvist does a good job making the save. Oh, the two really close chances, but nothing that I saw go across the line. He was able to get back and cover up, but again, we've been talking about it. They had a little bit of pressure, the Eagles, but a group of bodies went down, and all of a sudden it was 2-on-1 for Vermont back. So they got to cut down on these odd man chances.
They're going to go look at this, a challenge from the Vermont bench, so they will check it. We'll get a look at it again. It did seem like it was the correct call. It felt like Vermont, after that penalty kill, that's when the momentum really started to change. Get another look at it here.
You can see from here.
Not there. And that's a good play by Moore. Got
Real
it
good
twice.
Play. Twice, yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Twice with it. So good job staying in front, keeping it out of their zone. But no, it's certainly changed the game in the last 6-7 minutes. Vermont's taking it to them.
So if you're Jerry York and the Eagles bench right now, how do you get the momentum in this game back on your side?
Well, we have a shift left, maybe a shift and a half for the guys. So, win a face-off, get it in, get it deep, and like I talked about earlier, just try and keep possession down in their zone. A couple of these plays, they're trying to make hope plays into the middle, and it's creating offense for the Catamounts. So, get it deep. The party's down there. Just work it as much as you can, and again, we're going to go in the room and regroup. So,
yeah, they do come out and say no goal.
Yeah, that was an easy one. They weren't down the tunnel like they were last week for 15 minutes. It seemed like a couple times.
Jeff Miller and Joe Tester are referees today. They both went under. So the faceoff will come to Edquist's right. Good 1-1 hockey game right now. The Eagles and Catamounts. Boston College scored 16 seconds into the first period, and then Vermont the answer. Evers off of the face-off win for the Catamounts, trying to use the boards to his advantage. O'Donnell centered one. That was Cowens who got the shot. Edquist hugged the right post. Evers pushes back in beyond Cowens in the final minute of the first period here from Kelly Rink at Conti Forum. 1-1. Another turnover in the neutral zone. 3 green jerseys to 2 gold. Evers whacks it back in. Vermont's got to feel really good right now going into the dressing room. A lot of momentum on the Catamount side. Dudek got taken down. Good hit by Carter Long. Ladled up in the air for Cowens against Michael Kim. Better hit by Kim to ride him to the sideboards. Grando pushing ahead for Dudek, who scored Saturday against Merrimack. Here's Grando now, trying to get around Long. Shot one that Leckis had with the right pad.
Vermont's done a great job this period, sticking with their game, sticking with the game plan, even giving up that early goal. They've done a great job hanging in and really turning the tide the second half of the period.
Final 3 seconds. Fitzgerald will hold on to it. And we will have a 1-1 hockey game going to our first intermission tonight. Shots end up at 12-9 in favor of Vermont. Eagles, a lot of chances early. Got the goal by David Cotton 16 seconds in. Followed up by Vlad Giashvili for Vermont. His first goal of the season. And we're knotted at 1 after the first period.
We talked about BC's got to go in and regroup. Hey, we've had a good first 10 minutes. If we play our game, we've got lots of opportunities, lots of chances. But in saying that, we have to be focused and we have to play a crisp, solid game through the neutral zone and in our own zone, because that's where Vermont's very good at clogging it up and slowing things down.
We'll have second period action coming up right here on ESPN 3. To Vermont, they did not score on it after the Vermont penalty. So as we go through this second period, Eagles 16 seconds into the first period, they get the goal. And after that point, really after the penalty kill more than anything else, that was when Vermont really got things kick-started from there.
Yeah, their penalty kill changed the momentum. Got a few big saves from Leckis. Weren't able to score, and they turned it down right away and had 3 or 4 odd-man rushes that could have actually, given them the lead. So BC should feel pretty good about the first half of their period. Second, not so much, so they got to come back with that same effort they started with.
First line's equal up as we get started. Period number 2 here from Kelly Rink. 1-1 is our score. And off we go as Matala chasing after it, but it is an icing to start. We saw a bunch of those icings during that first period. One other thing to point out, and we mentioned this off of yesterday's game, Vermont won 13 of the 20 faceoffs in that first period. This is an Eagles team that for the last couple of years has been at the top or near the top of Hockey East in terms of faceoff percentage. But for the second day in a row, Vermont has won the majority in that first period.
It allows Vermont to play this slowdown game. It allows them to feel comfortable icing the puck. It allows them to take these extra, the goalies take the extra whistles. If, they obviously have a strong face-off game where they can get possession that way rather than trying to outskate BC or trying to, pass it around them or use more skill. It's just a different way of gaining possession, and they did a good job of that in the first period. We got some ice issues somewhere.
Camp is just so hot with college game day here. They just can't keep the ice cold.
That's exactly. There's lots of other beverages being kept cold, I'm sure, on campus right now. Not the ice. So
we will get this checked on. They'll put some extra snow down, and off we'll go from this point. Kind of the way the momentum of that period ends, and a lot of it on the side of Vermont. Got to really feel good, especially for a Vermont team. Struggled to score goals, struggled playing from behind. But that goal was so huge to pick up, and it came right after a big penalty kill.
Yeah, when you're an offensively, a team that doesn't create any offense at all or has a hard time doing so, offensively challenged is what I was looking for. Falling 2 goals down is big trouble. So, they need to play in these tight 1-goal games. If it goes 2-0, 3-1, and they have to open it up a little bit, they're just not in a comfortable position, and it makes it really hard for them. But they feel probably really good in this 1-1 game, and they'll take, this game for the next 39 minutes and 50 seconds. I think we've got it sorted here.
Yeah, nice cleaned up. A little bit of a break for these lines. First line both ways still out there. Sip alone to take the face-off for Vermont. Wins it for the Catamounts. Quick shot here in Lodemeyer. Skipped it wide of the net. Eagles pick it up. First line scored earlier with the David Cotton goal for BC. Here's Hutsko with space. Got deflected into the net. Johnny DeRoche coming back to knock it up in play.
Good defensive play. Good stick in the lane. Getting it right on top of the puck. And Hutsko really had nowhere to go but rip it up into the stands like that.
Lodemeyer once again against Julius Matala to take the face-off. Mott's got a piece of another one. Catamounts coming out. Matala comes back to get it for Boston College, pushing against Hutsko. Turned in by Mac Alvaro for Vermont. David Cotton for Julius Matala. First line center. Nice move to get around with space. Good save. Leckis with the left pad. Fitzgerald fires up. Loose one right in front. Got deflected and then pushed out of the zone. Vermont had momentary numbers coming back. Lodemeyer. Good stick check by Fitzgerald coming back. And now a penalty called against Boston College. They get Fitzgerald on that?
He did get Fitzgerald. I thought I was on your side with a good stick play. They're calling a hook, which is, we'll get a look at it, but what a play by Mantilla to go through the neutral zone with so much speed and fly by the D. Good shot, better save by Leckis, and we're not going to see the end of that, but good job coming back. I thought go and get a kill for your teammate after him making a good play.
Vermont power play this year is just 2 for 23. That is 56th of 60 teams in the country. The Eagles killed off all of the power plays yesterday. Boston College penalty kill 87% of the year. They killed 12 in a row. Loose chance here, all alone. O'Donnell Deeks, it just was wide. Cleared all the way down the ice. Beg your pardon. That was Johnny DeRoche who came in and just missed the net.
Good job by Coach Sneddon and the Vermont coaches. That was a a set play that they drew up. I'm sure that they decided, all right, first power play, the first time we go back, this is what we're doing. It's a kind of a home run play or a Hail Mary play, and it paid off for them. It just couldn't get it in to slide in there.
DeRoche checked into the boards, worked back to the point. Here's Carter long, got deflected right in front. Edquist a right pad save and cleared down as DeRoche crashed in on the deflection.
Great save by Edquist. Bit of a broken point shot that got blocked with some action in front. He was able to get that big right leg out. Really good save.
Edquist 2 saves to start of this power play chance for Vermont. Had 8 saves in the first period for BC, getting his first start of the year. O'Donnell looking for Alvaro, got knocked down. O'Donnell playing up. Alvaro for Lodemeyer. Back for Alvaro, slides to O'Donnell. Comes across for Kelly. Got knocked up into the air. Deflected into the corner. O'Donnell from the point. Edquist got it with the glove. A little after the fact as Edquist found it through traffic.
Yeah, good point shot. Somewhat routine, but Edquist did a great job holding on. The Eagles penalty killers have been out there for a good 35-40 seconds, and he did a good job hanging on, slowing it down. Here's that broken play that I was talking about. It's really tough as a goaltender when it gets tipped in that mid area, halfway to the net.
They gave out double penalties on that after the fact. They got Alvaro for Vermont, and they got Jesper Montila for Boston College.
Yeah, I suppose just keeping everybody honest out there, not want to lose control or have too many of those scrums. That's the way to set the tone for the refs, to not have too much of that tonight.
Stays with a 5-on-4 Vermont power play for 31 seconds. 2 shots on the power play so far. Face-off, Lodemeyer tried to poke it forward. Connor Moore got to it first, though, for Boston College, and the Eagles clear.
Good face-off win, good clear. Great way to kill 10 or 15 seconds automatically.
David Cotton pushing along the blue line. O'Donnell got pushed off the puck. And it goes all the way down the ice. 10 seconds remaining on what could be a 13th consecutive penalty kill for Boston College, after Merrimack scored 2 power play goals on Friday. Right out of the box as the penalty time expires. All alone is Cotton. Fan of the pass. Montila comes across, and maybe one too many passes on that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, Cotton.
Right in front. Montila scores! Michael Kim set him up beautifully. And Julius Montila has goal number 3 of the year.
Great tip by Montila and a great look by the defenseman Kim to get that. See the shot pass play there. No chance for Lucas. Defenders completely out of position in front, and Montila's all alone in front. Great play by those guys after a big kill. You see it here. Just a great tip by Montila. That's not the easiest thing to do, to get it that high, that close and tight, and Lekis was there, but just put it up over his glove.
Could have banged in and again off the rebound. He was that open. Montila, his 3rd goal of the season. That's another goal for the top line. 2nd today. That is now 7 goals by this line over the last 3 games. Edquist makes a save on the other end. So Eagles have a 2-1 lead. Montila the goal. Michael Kim will get credit with an assist, his 3rd assist of the season. And BC the lead back at 2-1. Face-off win for Boston College with the 4th. That one is kicked up. Dudek is out there with Grando. And then Giles is on the ice, Patrick Giles.
Yeah, you see how much confidence Coach York and the Eagles coaches have in this so-called 4th line. They come out after every goal, whether it's for or against. They bring the energy, they bring the speed that we've talked about, and again, the same thing, they keep that line out for a defensive zone face-off. Lots of confidence in these guys to do their job.
2 were chased by Vermont before that face-off finally came. Kept in the zone, Connor O'Neill wheeling it in, but it works out for Thomas. Turned over for J.D. Dudek in the neutral zone. Dudek rips one. Lekis got a save. Long rebound out. First on it was Vermont. Grandel working against in the corner. Owen Grant was there. Works around, deflected in front, got all the way through. Giles was there in front, but couldn't clip it in. Michael Caro coming along the boards against Connor O'Neill. Leaves it for Patrick Giles now against Thomas. Giles, good physical play on the puck. Got it steered towards the net, but lifted out now by Vermont.
Nice solid play by Edquist with the puck there. Nice and calm. Made the simple play to his defender. Allows a clean breakout.
Wallstrom pushed it off the sideboards. Answered back for a moment by Bryce Misley. But now Wallstrom pushing in right towards the net. Lekas rips it behind the net. Lekas, who's shown to be an aggressive goalie in these 2 games so far. Not afraid to come way out of the net. Stuck behind. About 5 minutes into the second period of play. Eagles with the 2-1 lead. Samuelson comes back to get it. Pushed off the sideboard. McPhee trying to whack it on. Ends up with Vermont. Clean look for Frechette. Got wheeled back. Michael Kim pushing along in the corner. Frechette there as well. Comes out to McPhee. Just kind of ladling it forward. Wallstrom from the mid-circle, and Lekas chooses to just cover. Got through these stretches where it's been super wide open and then kind of choppy and stuck in the neutral zone.
Yeah, it really is being dictated by Vermont. BC's ready to go at any point, and if Vermont, cracks a little bit in that defensive shape that they have, BC's been ready to pounce. But again, Vermont's done a good job most of the night, but they've had a couple lapses, and it's cost them here, especially in the second with that goal.
Vermont has been good on the faceoff. They won 13 of 20 in that first period. Cowens pushed it along. DeRoche chasing. Connor Moore got there first for the Eagles. Greg Puffer. Good back-checking pressure from Christopher Brown. It's well done by Brown to push Puffer off the puck. Edquist slows it down for Boston College. Puffer came in to make it difficult to get it out. O'Donnell got deflected, fluttered up in the air behind the glove of Edquist.
It's a good shift from Vermont here.
Oh, center right in front, backhand try. What a save by Edquist. Mercy.
Huge save by Edquist with the left pad. Did a great job recognizing the guy was in front. Was able to get over, hold his edge, and be able to come back the other way. It's a real tough play as a goaltender to go, obviously, right to left that quickly. He didn't completely sell out, as we'll see. Didn't completely sell out to the right, was able to hold his ground, hold his post a little, and have a little bit left on that left side and able to stick a leg out. Great job, great save.
They called Connor Moore for a penalty after the fact. Number 7 for Boston College. There's the save. There was some pushing and shoving afterwards. And I wonder if they got him for this right here. Sometimes the second man's the one that gets the penalty call. And you saw with that second swing is probably what ended up getting called. They did give him a roughing penalty. So another Vermont power play. 0 for 1 so far in the game. And a shorthanded chance. BC. Matala waits and is just high.
I think Lekas got a piece of that with his shoulder. Really good save again from him coming across, and a great job from the Eagles just turning it up using transition, recognizing that this power play is far from the 1983 Oilers, and to try and take advantage and create some of their own offense on it.
It's a dated reference.
I know, I realized that 83 is a long time ago. I should have said, I don't even know, like what.
Matala right off the face-off win, saved by Lekas.
The 2007 Penguins or something. I don't know.
04 Lightning, even that's pretty old. Pushed into the zone. Remember, this is a Vermont power play, but it's been all Eagles on possession so far. That got deflected up off of Joey Cipollone. Faceoff will come out of the zone as it hit off of a Vermont player.
Yeah, Vermont looks frustrated with their power play. You can tell they're grinding a little bit. They're holding their sticks pretty tight, and they, with the percentage they have, obviously it's just not a strength that they have, but they need something good to happen as well. They need to catch a break, and that's what they're looking for. Just keeping it simple, shots on net, hopefully get a tip in front, something. Nothing. There's not going to be anything pretty here in the next minute 31.
You know, I bring up that Lightning team, Martin St. Louis, a Vermont grad going into the Hockey Hall of Fame. Nice article on him in The Athletic this week. St. Louis had his number retired by Vermont a couple of years ago. You played against him.
He was a great player. He had a great shot, always worked so hard, and really deceptive. He was so good on the power play. Him and Vinny Lecavalier together, they gave us fits, especially in 04.
Cipollone back to Lodemeyer. Quick wrister is just wide of Edquist. Got all the way through to the backboards.
We were the second place team in the conference that year in Boston, so we were licking our chops to get them in the playoffs, unfortunately.
Penalty coming up. Vermont will just push it off of Christopher Brown to set up a 5-on-3 for 52 seconds.
This is a way to get your power play going. You know, get that 5-on-3, get the two-man advantage. Hopefully they have, a good idea of what they're doing. They've got a good idea of how they're going to get the puck to the net and get their opportunities, and hopefully they can execute. For them, for the Eagles, they have to force. You don't want to sit, even though it's a 5-on-3, I like to see teams force in this situation with a team that's struggling on the power play. It always helps to win that draw, too. That's huge.
And the Eagles get it out of the zone. So 42 seconds on the 5-on-3 coming up for the Catamounts. O'Donnell takes it out of the zone. Pass goes for Cipollone. First line forwards are out there for Vermont. First line defense is out there as well with O'Donnell and Massey. O'Donnell gives the pass for Cipollone. Works back for Massey. O'Donnell once more. Now it's Alvaro. Back for Massey. A lot of time. Left pad save, Edquist. Jesper Matala is out there for BC. David Cotton, Casey Fitzgerald. Massey waiting. Got it right back. 10 seconds on the 5-on-3. O'Donnell slides for Cipollone. Fitzgerald closest to him. Back for Massey. 5-on-3 time about to expire and score! 2-2 with 2 seconds left on the 5-on-3. It's Massey's first of the year.
Great job by Massey to come across the top of the slot. He faked a couple times, was able to change his angle, which makes it hard as a goaltender to look left, and then as he goes to his right, you look right, and he puts it back across your body, left off the post. Really good play. Again, that's a pretty meat and potatoes type of 5-on-3, just a couple wrist shots from the middle up top, but that's all they kind of have, and it worked out for them in a big way there.
So in a game of momentum swings, 2-2, let's watch the goal again.
Yeah, as he takes space there, you can see Edquist is leaning over to his right side. Puck goes left, and he just can't stretch out to get it.
So 2-2 is our score, and a whole new hockey game once again as we near the midpoint of this second period. Good one here at a Friday night from Chestnut Hill. After the Eagles won 4-1 yesterday in the opener of this two-game weekend series, pushed up to Thursday, Friday to accommodate the football game tomorrow night. McLaughlin came back, got a piece, and as you said, fourth line is out there after a goal, which has been the theme for Jerry York over these last couple of games.
Really relies on these guys to turn the tide.
Craig Puffer in the second line came in. Puffer blew a tire, works back the other way. Massey is the goal. Cipollone got an assist. Time of the game is at 8:01 to tie it at 2. Pushed out of the zone by BC. This will be no icing. It's waved off. That on the way by. Nice crowd on hand tonight. Probably the biggest crowd of the season. A lot of folks in town getting ready for what is a huge day tomorrow on the Heights. This one all the way in. And Edquist has the save. A couple like that. Shots beyond the blue line up in on Ryan Edquist. You saw the Minnesota state outline on the back of his helmet. The Lakeville, Minnesota native.
Yeah, again, that goes to what Vermont's trying to do is generate these face-offs down low. Instead of dumping it in and trying to outrace BC to the puck, they're putting it on net, hoping for face-offs, hoping for somewhat of a broken play around the net if Edquist can handle it to generate that way.
Face-off, quick shot deflected off Edquist's right shoulder. Sat in a dangerous spot, but Jesper Matala came in to knock it away. David Cotton comes on it for BC, kept in by Misley for Vermont.
BC's got to start moving their feet and working a little harder, I think. They're just getting outworked in these plays down in the zone. You can see Vermont's first to the puck all the time, and BC's just got to do a better job being hard on the stick and moving their feet. There's another one. It's just a soft play through the middle.
Cotton got pushed ahead. Vermont turning back. This will be an icing if BC can get to it first. Icing waved off. Giashvili got there first. Edquist pokes the puck away. It was loose in the middle for a moment. Fitzgerald comes away for Logan. Hutsko for Boston College. Hutsko got all the way by. Set up with Cotton in front. Hutsko gets around. Lost it on the puck as Carter Long came back to take it away. Loose for David Cotton working against Long. A couple of sticks are on the ground here. Works back for Hutsko. It's a Vermont player. It was Giashvili who lost his stick. First goal scorer today for Vermont. And they get another skater out there. Here comes McPhee with some space. Tried to pass from Matala. And the pass was intercepted. Brian Kelly with a good play. Hamry coming in across the blue line. His pass got deflected. Graham McPhee, son of George, comes away. Michael Kim on the stick of Wallstrom, trying to break through. Nice move, and his shot was stopped by Lekis. Wallstrom's team leading 31st shot of the season.
Real good burst of speed from him. I haven't seen that tonight or even last week for that matter, but that was an impressive play by him and the skill that he has.
11th overall pick this year by the Islanders, the lone first-round pick on this Eagles roster, one of a number of NHLers across this Eagles group. McPhee off of the boards behind the net. Works around for Wallstrom. Got some space as he got around. Look at the deke and the move to get it in front. Hamry comes away with it for Vermont. Hamry has Kelly with help. They were nearly offside. Centers one for Massey. Got deflected to the corner. Long shift here for Boston College's second line. And McPhee will just dump.
Massey was really getting on the hump to get involved in that 2-on-1 or what could have been a 2-on-1. But the BC defender did a great job giving a little misdirection, kind of stepping up and making Hamry pull up. It was a great subtle play by the defender.
On paper, Vermont doesn't have a whole lot of offense out of its defenders, but we've seen Massey get involved. We've seen O'Donnell get involved. We've seen some defenders push forward, Kelly as well.
Yeah, I agree. Looking at the numbers before the game, I wouldn't have expected these guys jumping in. Massey, obviously not obviously, but a Chicago Blackhawks draft pick, and you can tell he understands the game, and I like what he's done tonight, the way he's jumped in and picked his spots.
7:52 remaining in his second period. Jack McBain on the ice now. BC's third line is out there with Giles and Christopher Brown. Giles got away, got tugged from behind by O'Donnell, and they're going to get him for the penalty. So BC draws a power play coming up.
Yeah, and that's a good way of putting it, is drawing a power play. And I've talked about it a couple times already where they need to keep possession down there to draw more penalties. There's a lot of times in a game where the power play and penalty kill, it'll be 5-2, and there's a reason for that. The team that draws 5 power plays has the puck most of the night, and that's a situation where this period BC's taken more penalties because Vermont's had the puck more. So this is a good opportunity. They did a good job with the face-off, holding the puck, drawing a penalty, and now the big guns got to go out and make this power play count so they can get that lead again.
Shots right now are 16-14 in favor of Boston College. The Eagles are 0 for 1 on the power play so far. Third Vermont penalty. One of those was created a 5-on-5 situation with offsetting roughing calls after the play.
They did a great job. Vermont was real patient. Gave them the shot on the side. Really did a good job letting Lekis have that guy. It was his man on that when they brought it down from the half wall to the corner. Vermont guys didn't let that back door open up. We'll see if BC makes any kind of adjustments to try and take advantage, maybe go to the net a little harder, maybe have that guy pop up into the high slot and get an opportunity that way.
Second power play chance for Boston College. Face-off. Matala got enough of it. Cotton pushing back, but Vermont comes out of the zone. Cipollone, short-handed, got all the way in deep. Edquist steers it around. And the Eagles will wait to set up once again.
You've talked about face-offs a few times and how Vermont's winning them, and they're not necessarily winning the draws directly back. They're just outworking BC on those 50-50 pucks and getting the wins that way, and that was a great example there. And it's just an adjustment that BC has to make. They have to be much more ready there.
Matala puts it down low for Hutsko, waiting on it. Hutsko then lost the puck, and it's cleared out by Corey Thomas. 1:20 remaining in the power play time so far. And a 2-2 tie here at Kelly Rink. Hutsko starts the rush. Matala brings it in the zone. A goal already in this game. One for Matala, one for Cotton. They're both on the ice. Kim slides across for Fitzgerald. Back for Michael Kim. Into the slot. Matala rose above his stick into the corner. Matala gets it back. Cotton alone. Shoots, and a good blocker save by Lekis.
Good turn, good shot.
Might have been his best save
Better
of the day.
save, yeah.
Fitzgerald kept it in. Kim works it down low on the goal line for Hutsko. Centers one. Cotton with space in front. Dinks and shoots, and Lekis has it with the left pad.
Great save by Lekis. Really being patient, not committing too early when Cotton's in front, who's obviously a big-time scorer at this point. Being able to make a few moves left, right, but again, stood tall, didn't give up his feet, and stayed on top of it.
6:20 remaining in this second period. Eagles will switch out their power play line. Rosson and Wallstrom and McPhee out there with Jesper Matala and Connor Moore. Vermont counters with Bryce Misley on the faceoff. Massey is out there with Owen Grant and Cipollone. Faceoff win for Boston College. Wallstrom waltzing in. Back for Matala. His shot was stopped by Lekis with the glove. Didn't catch it clean, but made the save, and it was cleared out.
Yeah, good job by BC getting it to the net. Maybe like to see guys crashing a little bit more. The guys on the wings, on the sides, getting to the middle, but
Rosson dumps behind the net, works all the way around to the point, and Matala. Connor Moore in the final moments of the power play time. It comes out of the zone. Is Cipollone a good job to intercept. 2 seconds and one power play time expires for Boston College. They're now 0 for 2. Ends up right with Wallstrom, though. Back to the point and Moore. It up over McPhee's stick. O'Donnell back, but it works for McPhee. Eagles not done yet with this offensive zone chance. Deflected in, and Lekis sticks it aside.
Great save. He didn't see that most of the way. It just crept through the bodies at the end and got his leg out on it.
Turned into a fluttering deflection on the way in, and Lekis finally found it late. Dump a chase for Vermont in the midst of a change. Connor O'Neill comes up to get it. Leaves it for Hamry behind the net. Connor Moore and Matala still out there. Moore got rid of the stick of Hamry. Really good check coming from behind. McLaughlin forced in. Eagles will bring the fourth line of the ice. 2-2 score. Competitive Friday night here from the Heights. Wrapping up this weekend series. Icing called here against Vermont.
Pretty good job by BC on the power play. They had a good opportunity. Lekis made a couple good saves. Still not completely as crisp as I'm sure the coaching staff would like. You know, still some teaching moments, but you know, they did a good job moving the puck, and they just have to keep that momentum going and get an opportunity here with 4 minutes left.
Dudek and Dallas Como in the face-off, competing fourth lines. Forced out of the zone by Vermont. Some of these, we keep talking about the face-offs. That might go down as BC wins, but Vermont quickly gets to it, makes it difficult. Dudek waltzes in and was wide on the shot. Good pressure from Kelly defending, coming back. That one got blocked by Kelly. Rebound in front. Dudek slid one. Lekis the save and the rebound. He got two with the left pad. And then after the fact, pushing and shoving. Whoa, Long just threw his guy to the ground. I think Grando had a swing in there as well. Going to be a lot to sort out.
And they were getting a penalty to begin with. I couldn't see the defender, but he was hooking the BC forward on the way in. Still got two great opportunities. Lekis had to make one good save and a second, a really nice save with the glove. Get to see the hook here. Yeah, I was long with the hook right there. Good pad save and then a better glove save. Really nice job by Lekis, and then a fracas afterwards. Let's see if they've been calling things for that stuff, but it looks like now it's just long getting a slash hook. I would have given him a hook, but you can take a slash too. Same thing.
What's that like? It's Hockey East does this. Some conferences do it. Not every conference do it. To play the same team back-to-back nights in a game that by nature is such a close combat kind of sport that the likes of a hockey or a football or things like that. What's that like going back-to-back nights and seeing these guys again and things becoming more and more physical by nature as it goes through?
Yeah, it certainly carries over from the night before. If you know some guy gives you a whack and you remember it much more clearly than when you don't play them for 2 more months.
He goes right back on the power play. Good save of the shot by Matala. That was a left shoulder whacking it out of the way by Lekis.
Matala did a great job ripping it. He real nice quick snapper, almost took Lekis by surprise. Good job fighting it off.
20th save for Lekis today. Eagles come in. Kim with space. Shot was blocked. O'Donnell knocked it into the corner. One of the captains for Vermont. And it's cleared out again. Second power play in a row here for Boston College. 0 for 2 so far. Got some decent looks on it. But Lekis, for the second night in a row after allowing goals early, has settled in and gone really stellar night in the late stages. Slid all the way across clean, but nobody home for the team in gold. Shorthanded chance here for Vermont coming out. Craig Puffer as David Cotton ride him into the boards.
Yeah, the difference with these power play opportunities, the last 2, it's BC gets one semi-opportunity, one chance, and then it gets dumped out. You'd like to see some more sustained pressure where, you know, they get the puck deep, they're holding, get a good chance, but then they get the rebound and get another good chance, especially with the long change.
Stick went flying. Puffer lost it trying to block Cotton's shot. And it comes out of the zone. 30 seconds left on the power play time for Boston College. They'll execute a change, trying to get a couple of late good moments here. Works all the way around. Moore keeps it in. Pushes down for McPhee. Hops over his stick. Massey gets it up in the air. Clears it out. And that'll pretty much do it for the power play time.
Yeah, Vermont really going to be excited if they can keep this game 2-2 with the last 2 kills later in this period and a big power 5-on-3 goal that they got.
Vermont comes away once again. Penalty time is expired. Vermont has an extra man forward with Long just out of the box, but they were offsides.
The big defender, not used to holding the line on a 3-on-2, just stepped over. Little anxious maybe to get to the net. He was actually going to be a forward for the next 15 seconds and might have wanted to get to the net and get an opportunity to get one.
Wanted to be a forward a little.
Yeah, a little excited, a little too excited.
A lot of neutral zone face-offs today. And they whistle that one down. This is the top line for Vermont against the 4th line for Boston College. Shows you what Jerry York thinks of his 4th group.
Coach York's down there, pumping his fist, trying to get the guys going for this next 2:12 here.
Each team with a goal in the first, each team with a goal in the second period. Slid across. Dudek's shot was blocked. Vermont has blocked a ton of shots here in the second period. That was Lodemeyer who got it. He has the puck now. Slides across for Alvaro and has Cipollone, his line mate. All the way. Good executed pass. Lodemeyer got it in. Alvaro stuffing and hacking away, and Edquist said no.
That was a great pass across, and then a really nice play by Lodemeyer to be able to handle the puck. It went through 3 bodies. He didn't really see it, and then he ended up on his stick. Kind of bubbled it, and then Alvaro got 2 whacks at it. Edquist did a good job holding his ground and smothering that rebound. That's a tough play as a goalie when it comes in soft like that and the guy's right in front ready to whack it, not to give up the rebound. Really make sure you hold on to that. It's really important.
Vermont wins the face-off. Frechette fanned on the shot. Goes back for Long. His shot blocked by Giles. Michael Kim picks it up for Boston College. McBain had to wait on it. Freshman plays it out for Christopher Brown. Kelly answers for Vermont. Kept in the zone for a moment. Now shifted out in the final 80 seconds of this second period. That one got deflected into the Vermont bench. Faceoff will come in the Boston College defensive zone with 1:10 remaining in the period.
Real nice hands by the Vermont trainer down there. He was ready. More ready than the backup goalies. They're sleeping down there.
And he's got a young fan to give it to in the front row.
Yeah, Packers green on.
It's a rough week to wear a Packers jersey around these parts.
Yeah, certainly. Every week. It's not a Pats jersey.
Massey came in, was deflected wide, right behind the neck. It got stuck. Ace Cowens pushes it on, goes over the stick of Thomas. And out of the zone. Pressure coming back for Hutsko. Cotton's there as well. Massey gets on it, though, turned over. Montala is wide. Hutsko follows it up just behind the net. First line buzzing right after his shift change.
And that's while showing that snapper off again. And another good save by Lekis with the right arm.
DeRoche lost it. Thomas hacks away, hit off the top of the glass and stayed in. Fitzgerald, good hit on DeRoche. Puffer comes away again. O'Donnell has to step up. Pushed out of the zone. Cotton plays it along the boards. Hutsko with space. 3-on-2 BC. Cut! Score! Oh, what a shot! Second of the game. And number 8 on the year.
Huge goal by Cotton with 21 seconds left. Bit of a broken play at the Vermont offensive blue line, and that these top line guys just took advantage again. A great job by Hutsko to Cotton. Bingo, what a rocket. Really tough play as a goaltender with that middle lane drive going to the net that you have to respect. And for Cotton to hit it like that 1T, really, really nice shot. Great goal and a bit of a backbreaker for Vermont, at least, you know, looking at it from this period. They were looking to get out of here 2-2.
So with 20 seconds remaining in the period, this settles down. Backhand is just high of the net from Lodemeyer coming in. Turned back the other way. Here comes McPhee in the final moments of the period. He has a chance coming back at his pass, looking for Wallstrom. Is taken away. Penalty now behind the play. Delayed call against the Eagles as the period expires. So Vermont will go on the power play to start the third period. But Boston College, hey, the first line scored again. That's 3 today. That's now 8 in the last 3 games. The Eagles are up 3-2.
Yeah, they're driving this. They're driving this boat right now. There's no question about that. And that was a huge goal at the end. Just the timing of it, the struggles they had on the last 2 power plays of that period. But the big line came through, and Mr. Cotton's having himself 8 or 9, 10 days here. So pretty impressive and a great shot. And now they got a kill and go in the third period here.
Got a good chance at back-to-back Hockey East players of the week. 3-2 our score. Third period coming up after this. Stick with us on ESPN 3. So far, how do they answer again?
They, again, stick to their game plan. They've done that all night. Every time BC's got the lead, it kind of feels like, all right, that might be it. This might turn the game. But Vermont stayed with it, stuck with it, fought through it. And then when they got their chances on the 5-on-3 power play, they took advantage of it. So, again, we're going to see their D jumping into the rush again, maybe taking a few opportunities. But, again, take your chances here on the power play, and after that, if you don't get it, you still have 18 minutes to fabricate a goal at some point and just stay with it.
Vermont, who's been pretty good on the face-off today, takes the opening one of the third period, but turned right back over. Vermont was offside anyway, so the face-off comes out. Remember, the Eagles scored 16 seconds into this game. David Cotton got his 7th of the year, and he just tallied his 8th. from Hutsko and Moore at 19:38 of the second period. That top line now of Hutsko, Cotton, and Julius Matala, 8 goals and 11 assists over the last 8 periods since they started playing together before the Saturday game against Merrimack.
Yeah, they've really found the chemistry right away together, and another 6 points for them tonight between them. And, you know, they obviously complement each other well.
Right down to the slot. Lodemeyer couldn't get a shot. Works for Alvaro. Goes to the point of this power play. 1:24 remaining in it and forced out of the zone. Eagles, who started this year 0-5, their worst start since the 1930s, coming alive here. Cipollone, shotgun deflected, rebound. O'Donnell couldn't get one on goal with Edquist out of position.
Yeah, great job by Edquist fighting that off. He got a little tied up, but was able to stay focused, stay on the puck. Good battle.
Alvaro chasing after it. 1 minute clean still remaining of this power play to open up the third period. BC up 3-2. In the slot, shot was blocked. Back to the point. Deflected up into the netting as Cotton came across, gave up his body on the shot from Carter Long.
Yeah, it's great to see when the guy scoring all your goals goes out and gets a big block. You could hear the bench get up off their feet, pound on the boards. Really pumped for him coming out and sliding out. Vermont missed an opportunity there. They had their O'Donnell set up for a one-timer over on the left side, and Long just didn't see him. Instead took a wrister on net.
Eagles grab this face-off, works around the sideboard. Zach Walker, who's the extra forward today on the ice for Boston College for the first time tonight. Walker looking for Matala, rips it in. Another good penalty kill so far for Boston College. Vermont is 1 for 3 of the power play so far. Evers dumps it in behind net. DeRoche chasing after it, works back to the point. Evers gets it on the pass. Evers waits, shoots one. That deflected off DeRoche in front. Edquist was right there, though. Back for Carter Long. Slides for Evers. Final 5 seconds of the power play. All the way across in the slot. A wait around Jesper Matala. Behind the net, it's Greg Puffer. Power play time has expired. Back to 5-on-5. Shot looking for Ace. Cowan's deflected off of Edquist. And now BC comes away with it. So another clean penalty kill for Boston College. McPhee stops on a dime. Pushing for Wallstrom, the 11th overall pick in the most recent draft, property of the New York Islanders.
Real clean kill, like you said, from the Eagles, and now you want to see them take advantage offensively.
Wide open slot. Good save by Lekis. Rebound to the point. Moore hit off the post. Another try is ripped wide. Works back to the point in Caro. Not out of harm's way yet. Walking in McPhee. Waits and shoots. It was blocked high by Puffer.
Lekis had no idea where that initial point shot was that got ripped off the post. And then on that last play, great job taking it to the net by McPhee, but Lekis did a great job of getting above and taking all that space away. You can see his glove kind of go forward. He just gets it right on top where there's nowhere to shoot. We're going to see them. Great job by Moore to, little fist bump. He thought it was in. He thought he found the hole. Great job getting it through all those bodies. You could see all the Vermont guys really selling out to block this shot. And we got the refs going down the tunnel again.
Joe Testa, Jeff Miller will make sure this never crossed the goal line. I think they got it right. Get the overhead angle to check it out. Eagles up 3-2 right now. And how about taking the penalty kill into momentum for a couple of flying looks out of the second line?
Yeah, they did. Whenever you're in the dressing room and you have a penalty to kill going into the next period, everyone's, kill and go, and they did exactly that. It's an old cliche in hockey, and they did it by the book. Great clean penalty kill like you mentioned, and then they just started rolling. Yeah, I can't imagine what they're looking. I had no chance of going in, but double check, I guess. Better right than wrong, I guess, in that situation. But I also need to get out of the parking garage by 11 because game day is going to start towing cars.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
We got to keep this thing moving a little bit too.
College game day tomorrow here. It's hard not to talk about it. I mean, it's just overwhelming campus. It's a great thing for everybody here. And the Saturday night game as well. That's why we're playing on a Thursday, Friday rather than your usual Friday, Saturday. No goal indeed, as it is waved off coming out of the review by Jeff Miller, our referee. So face off out of that last Lekis save, with Boston College up 3-2. Lekis has been asked a lot once again.
Goalies representing their states here. I was just looking, you could get a good picture of the Illinois license plate on Lekis. Two Midwestern guys duking it out.
Edquist from Lakeville, Minnesota on the other end. Fourth line out there for BC. McLaughlin picks it up behind the net for Boston College. Works back to the point. Good job by Connor O'Neill to take it away. Nearly led his man on a clean rush. Nick Hamry almost had an opening. Eagles coming back. Nice pass, slid in front, just a little bit too far for McLaughlin. Into the corner, McLaughlin waiting on it. Tries to feed Dudek. Got deflected off of Vermont's stick. And Connor O'Neill coming out. Pushed it off the skates of Kim. Dudek comes back to play it for the Eagles. McLaughlin got whacked into the boards by Long, but it's Long who ended up getting pushed away on the momentum. Grando dumps in for McLaughlin. Eagles are onside. Grando to first to touch it behind. Kelly meets him there. Grando spinning away as the Eagles start to change out. Julius Matala comes on the ice. Logan Hutsko out there as well. The Eagles will put the first line out there, and David Cotton set to come now. Kelly can't quite clear the zone. Open look. Matala saved by Lekis off his left pad. I'm not sure he knew where that one was either.
Oh, I think he thought that slid right through.
Fitzgerald playing way deep. One of the defensive captains centering one. Cotton couldn't get a stick on it. Now takes it away. Cotton using his strength to get it. Did slide into the corner though. Kept alive by Jesper Matala, keeping it in.
This is all coming from a great job line change from the Eagles.
Cotton backhand wide.
They were able to get their three guys off while Vermont's been out double shifting essentially. Their legs are in quicksand.
Finally coming out, Vermont has to change. Chance for an advantage for BC. And Hutsko's going to get him the puck first. Hutsko got sandwiched in between. Pass goes for Matala. Right pass saved by Lekis.
Real good reaction. That went off the defender in front who was lying down to block the pass. Real good.
Felt like a power play for a while for that first line for Boston College.
Yeah, the Vermont defenders need the oxygen mask down on the bench. That was a long, long shift for those guys. Mr. Long is huffing and puffing.
Top defensive pairing out there now for Vermont. Turned right back over, though, to BC. Giles waiting. Pass for Brown deflected back. Did go out of the zone. Puck nearly taken away again behind the net by McBain. Christopher Brown comes out. Moore slides it across for Caro. His shot blocked. Moore with some space, slides it back on the pass. Giles shot blocked again by Misley. Caro tries one. That one was blocked. Giles follows it up, and it's just high of the net.
The ice is tilted.
And then some, as that one got deflected to the side. Vermont's doing a great job of blocking shots right now, but there's just a ton coming off of gold sticks.
Yeah, you can see that, they do feel comfortable playing defense in their end. They're patient, and they stick to their game plan and stay in lanes, forward, back, like I've said earlier in the game, and that allows them to stay in the lanes, and it makes it really difficult offensively to get through that.
Lodemeyer chasing after it, got behind, backhand stop by Edquist.
Lodemeyer's had a really nice game tonight. He's had a few really good opportunities and hasn't cashed in, but been all over it.
Pass went across, nobody home for Vermont, though. O'Donnell steps up to keep it in the zone. O'Donnell coming back on it, backhand high of the net. Vermont needs some sustained pressure here, trying to find the equalizer. They found 2 tying goals already today. Out for McPhee with the second line for Boston College. Wallstrom in front of him. Good pass. Wallstrom coming in. Good play coming back by Corey Thomas to take it away.
Real good job taking the space away, coming right over, being aggressive with the stick.
Lodemeyer coming the other way for Vermont. Michael Kim, one of the captains for BC, meets him there. Shots are now 29-19 in favor of Boston College after that flurry to start the third period. Taken away by Craig Puffer right along the blue line. Spinning shot was wide. DeRoche follows it up, hit off the glove of Edquist. Couldn't squeeze it, but got enough with Cowens crashing in. Cowens still out there off a change, hustling in. Adam Samuelson on the puck now for BC. Nearly turned over in the zone. Grando got whacked away. Here comes Long. His shot was high.
Great forecheck this line from Vermont. Really good job. 2 or 3 efforts and keeping the puck in.
JD Dudek coming back with Grando. Dudek got behind. Grando's in front. Dudek coming around. Fan on the shots.
Massey went looking for the old school hip check there, and no one was home.
Long will dump it in for Vermont as the Catamounts will change. Down 3-2. Third period from Kelly Rink as the Eagles trying to win a third game in a row after their 0-5 start and move to 3-1 in Hockey East play, which puts them right back on top of the conference slate. Dudek caught it in the corner. Jesper Matala against Misley there. Got by Giashvili. Julius Matala was out in front. Vermont coming back though. Giashvili, who scored earlier for the Catamounts, the first goal for them to tie the game at 1. And now a whistle, collision on the near side boards with Fitzgerald, and a penalty is coming up. Interference called against Casey Fitzgerald, his second penalty of the game, and Vermont will go on the power play for a 5th time tonight. They're 1 for 4.
Yeah, Casey's a little frustrated, I think, going over. That's a second penalty that he's taken tonight, and both of them are, on the line pretty close. That time he was holding up, but there was just as much from Vlad coming the other way, jumping on him. So I actually thought they were going to tee them both up there, but for Vermont, a good opportunity here again to tie it up. 11 minutes left in the game.
Face off behind, won by BC. O'Donnell, nice job to keep it in along the blue line. BC, though, does get it out of the zone. Penalty is Fitzgerald for interference at 8:46 of the third period. Vermont did score a power play goal earlier. It was a 5-on-3. Jake Massey getting the goal to tie the game at 2. Carroll gets it out. Good start to the penalty kill for the Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles doing a great job recognizing the last few times they've gone down, they've dumped it in from this left side. Eagles overloaded that far right corner, was able to come out with the puck and easy clear from there. You see it again there. They good job pressuring at the blue line, chipped it in, and the defender's ready there to chip it out.
Power play like this is a spot where Vermont not being fully healthy. Alex Esposito, who has 3 goals this year, had 10 last year. He's out week to week. Liam Coughlin a goal, Max Kaufman a goal. All 3 are out for the second game in a row for the Catamounts. Here's Carter Long, got enough of a piece of it, got it at least behind goal. Zach Walker pushes back, and Kim clears it out. So nothing doing to start the power play for the Catamounts.
No, and it's twofold. On the one side, Vermont obviously is pressing. They don't look comfortable in any way whatsoever.
Turnover here, DeRoche, good save, Edquist.
As I say that, they get a great opportunity. Good save by Edquist.
30 seconds left on the power play. Evers looking for ace. Cowens, he got taken down. BC comes out, and Jesper Matala, set to change, just dumps it in.
As I was saying, with Vermont struggling a little bit, it gives the BC Killers a lot of confidence as well. You can see that they're really jumping. They're getting ahead. They're playing with some confidence and making plays. Not just being, expected to be pressured.
And now an icing, so it goes all the way back the other end in a clinic of a penalty kill outside the one good chance that Vermont had, trailing by a goal here with 9:22 remaining in the third period from Kelly Rink.
Yes, that'll be Casey Fitzgerald coming out of the box in 8 seconds. That'll finish that off, and then we'll have 9 minutes where the Eagles will want to stay out of the box and just play a good, solid defensive game.
Eagles got the face-off. Frechette trying to cut off Giles. He did to get to the puck first. Penalty time is over. Fitzgerald comes out of the box, goes right to the bench. Eagles get McBain on the ice. Christopher Brown against Long, wheels back. One-time try, hit the post. Second time the Eagles have caught iron here in the third period. Back to the point for Carroll. Slid it off the boards. Deflects out to Giashvili.
That one caught Lekis by surprise. I was surprised that got to the post or got through him. His right post has been a good friend this period, certainly.
Take it away from Frechette. Rossiden whacks it in, looking for McBain. Nearly turned right back over through the middle, a dangerous spot. But here comes Vermont the other way. Dumped in by Dallas Como. But off the boards, Edquist safely covers up.
Yeah, slowing it down from Edquist. You know, I think his defender was ready to take a play, but as a goaltender, you feel more comfortable just getting on top of it, not making it harder for your teammates behind the net. So a good play there by him. We got about 8.5 minutes left, and you know, he's played well tonight. He's done a good job in his one start that he's had this season, and probably right through till the holiday break. So you know, he's certainly in a position to get the win and looking forward to finishing this off.
Edquist, as you said, his first start today. Chance to play with a couple of solo weeks coming up for Boston College. New Hampshire next week, then Bentley after that, right after the Thanksgiving holiday on Friday before the big weekend against Boston University, November 30th at Agganis Arena, and December 1st right here at Conti Forum. So Edquist, who's been equal to most of the tasks today, 19 saves on 21 shots on goal for the junior goaltender from Minnesota.
Yeah, both guys have played real well. Good goaltending battle. It's been a really good hockey game for 51 minutes. I think both teams have played really well. Whoever comes out with the points is going to feel good, and I think the team that doesn't is also going to be able to look on a lot of positives in what they've done tonight. But you know, I've been pretty impressed with the way Vermont's played and hung in the game tonight with not having as much talent, as got beat up pretty good last night and really came back and showed some character tonight.
Whacked around the boards. Vermont has already dropped a couple of one-goal games this year. They've won a couple too. Wallstrom on the puck for Boston College, spinning one in front. Rossinen, it hit off of his stick first for the Eagles. All the way around for Jesper Mattila, pushing for Graham McPhee behind the net. Spins back for Rossiden. Wallstrom picks it up, got stuck behind. Kelly, who was listed as the extra defender, he's played a lot of regular defense time for Vermont, some pretty good minutes. Fitzgerald picks it up for the Eagles under 8 minutes remaining here at Conti Forum. 3-2 Boston College leads. The game winner at the moment is David Cotton, second of the game at 19:38 of the second period. Felt like a backbreaker at the time. It still feels that way as we've gone through this third.
Yeah, BC's done a great job settling into this neutral zone, playing the way Vermont's kind of played most of the night, you know, making them, forcing them in. Enquist does a good job moving the puck there, and then it's chipped out. So we got some speed from Husko, forechecking. They've just done a good job this, you know, for 13 minutes so far anyways, playing that defensive style.
Vermont coming out with it again. Connor O'Neill worked all the way along. Vermont was in the midst of a defensive change, so Julius Mattila can come out with it. Got taken on the sideboards. Good hit from Christian Evers. Played out by Vermont. Hamry. Pushed to the far side. O'Donnell continues to play in deep. That one snuck in front. And now the Eagles coming back. O'Donnell was all the way in. One of the Vermont defenders. Mattila coming back for Boston College. Waiting has help in front now. Works back to the point in Carroll. Walks it along. Under the goal line, it is Hutsko against Evers.
Nice play. Sending it back in. Hold possession. No need for hold plays like I was saying earlier. Just hold it down there. Eat the clock.
Allowed the Eagles to change clean on their forwards line, bringing the fourth line of the ice, which is Grando McLaughlin and Zach Walker getting some minutes, the extra forward for Boston College. New rule this year at cross-college hockey, you can dress an extra player. BC's, it's been Walker for the last 3 games. Catamounts coming out now. First line, Alvaro taking off the puck of the blue line. Cipollone knocked it down. But it's a clean Eagles stick with 5:37 remaining in the hockey game. 3-2 turnover right at the blue line. Quick shot from the blue line is stopped by Edquist.
It's not necessarily a question for you, but it's if you're allowed to have another player, why on the score sheets are they say extra player? Why isn't it just like, why don't you put that guy in the just forward player, or put him in the defense? Like, it's funny to see this extra forward.
It is interesting how both teams are using it. One thing that Coach Sneddon said that he was looking for a defender who has playing forward experience, and that's the two guys. Yesterday it was Andrew Petrillo. Today it's been Brian Kelly. Here is Kelly. His shot was deflected, sat down in front. Eagles come away. Kelly's a guy who played forward at the junior hockey level, so has some experience going both ways.
Certainly makes sense. There's obviously most games there's an injury or you get into penalty trouble, whatever it is, to have that versatility of a player to be able to move forward or back is really helpful.
Giashvili fanned of the shot from the blue line, and this one's pushed out. We know Vermont needs shots at this moment. Is it too many at the blue line with under 5 minutes remaining at this point?
Yeah, it's we're 5 minutes left. You got to kind of push a little bit. Again, it's only one goal, so a little hesitant to take too many chances, but they've got to do a better job of trying to find a way through the BC, at the line. They basically have four guys across the line every time.
Wallstrom, nice move, got around. Owen Grant was the defender. You can see some of the special moves that Oliver Wallstrom has. DeRoche waiting, and Edquist is there.
Good job by Edquist. I also love the fact that Wallstrom didn't look to make a pass back at this point in the game. Really good game sense, really good hockey sense to make a nice play. Try your offensive play. You don't want to keep that, in his, let him come out of the toolbox, but he just found that there was nowhere to go, no support. Dump it back in with the backhand. Nice play. Mature play.
Derek Lodemeyer comes in for the face-off for Vermont. Apoli Rossinen for Boston College. Michael Kim working back in the face-off. Turned over to Alvaro for Vermont. Top line out there for the Catamounts. This one pushed in behind the net. Cipollone centers one right in front. Shot just got high. Edquist may have gotten a piece. It was wide open for Alvaro.
That's the best chance they've had all night, probably. It's certainly in the third period, and Edquist did a good job coming out. Really got aggressive when he realized that Cipollone was all alone. Was able to get a stick and ramp it up over the glass. Real good save, real timely.
Vermont has had some experience in these kind of situations. It was a goal in the final seconds to tie UConn in what was a 1-0 game last Saturday. Eventually a win in overtime for the Catamounts. It was after Vermont trailed 1-0 and ended up falling 1-0 on Friday night last week to the Huskies. Eagles coming out up 3-2 right now. Cotton leaves for Husko. Stops on a dime against Thomas. Kept in the zone. Fitzgerald was wide. Thomas pushed it along, kept in the zone. Hutzko leaves for Cotton. Vermont forces out with 3:30 remaining here in the third period from Conti Forum.
Best defense is always a good offense, and you can see by getting the puck in deep and making Vermont work down in the defensive zone, they just don't have enough gas to go down to the other end. We're seeing it again.
For Hutzko, O'Donnell closest to him, centering one. Mottala got a stick on it. Cowens grabbed at it, though. Mottala couldn't get it away from Cowens' body. It's Cowens coming back on it now. Ridden to the side by Fitzgerald. Cowens got back of the puck for Vermont behind the net with under 3 minutes remaining. Centers right in front. DeRoche couldn't finish. Edquist got the left pad across.
Yeah, real big, strong play by him to stay on his post, get a stick in there, and force him wide.
We'll see how long Vermont chooses to keep Lekis in goal here with 2:33 remaining. Eagles up by 1. Brown coming after it. It got behind O'Donnell. Christopher Brown hustle play to get there first. McBain, the freshman, behind the net for Boston College. Spinning away from Puffer. A lot of good moments there taken off the clock deep in the Eagles' offensive end. Vermont can't get it in deep.
Good job by McBain and Brown, are really moving their feet. A couple big bodies down there, holding the puck, using their size to keep Vermont off of the puck.
Under 2 minutes remaining. Giashvili finally gets some possession for Vermont. Coming out with it now. Lekes will stay put for the moment. Giashvili's shot was wide.
Good skill, good rush. Moving.
Picked up by Frechette, works back to the point. Lekes still in goal. That shot stopped by Enquist. Rebound hopped across the crease and it stayed out.
Great job in front. That was close. That was a nice shot. From our point, it looked like it was going to fall in right over top of Edquist, but he did a good job staying with it.
You figure this is the rush right now as Vermont coming in, but the Eagles take it away. Rossinen with a good play on the blue line. McPhee pushed it away. Down to 1:10 left.
It's time for him to go. Yeah, they got to get possession down there and get him out.
They dump it in.
Don't. Really interesting.
Lekes still in his own goal as BC gets back on it again. Ahead for Wahlstrom. Trying to sneak behind. Wahlstrom got upended. Kind of created by his own move. Finally on possession now. Lekes has got it coming. He finally does. Puck is dumped in deep. Mottula gets to it for Boston College and gets it out of the zone. Greg Puffer, the extra skater, will chase after it with 41 seconds remaining.
Great clear, and he was able to
turn over. Mottula against an empty net. Good play by Carter Long to come back.
Carter Long using his long stick.
O'Donnell blew a tire at its own end. Took a long time to get Lekes clear, and the empty netter just missed. It would have been a hat trick for Cotton.
He just missed like that last week as well. Just missed for that hat trick.
13 seconds remaining. Vermont might even have a sniff with the extra skater. They finally get it out of the zone. Kim Waite shoots just high. 4 seconds left. It won't matter. Eagles with a clinic to finish the game, and Boston College has won 3 in a row. A sweep of Vermont this weekend. 3-2 the final tonight.
Great job by the Eagles. That was a great third period that they played. Really not that many opportunities for Vermont to, tie it up. They did a really good job playing defense, keeping the puck deep. Again, we've talked, they're an old team but a young team, and I think they showed a lot of maturity tonight, staying within themselves and getting that big goal from Cotton late in the second period, and then just playing a great defensive game in the third.
Eagles end out shooting Vermont 30-25 for the game. Ryan Edquist getting his first start of the season picks up the win for Boston College, his first of the year. The Eagles 0-5 start, but starting to take care of business. They've won 3 in a row, and they'll have UNH, who is picked towards the bottom of the league, coming up on Friday night, 7 o'clock here at Conti Forum. We'll have that game for you on ESPN3. So for Andrew Raycroft and our entire ESPN3 crew, I'm Eric Galanti saying goodnight for now, and we will talk to you soon. Again, the Eagles win 3-2. You've been watching it on ESPN3.